Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. I'm going to wait a second here until I see myself live and make sure I'm unmuted. Please also tell me if there is an audio issue. Okay, I'm not seeing the captions. Tell me if you can hear me, Pat. Okay, good. I see the captions. I've had more technical issues this week, but it did miraculously go live on Facebook, at least on my business page. So I'm just going to go with it right now. I'm going to see if I can fix it for next week. Good morning, everybody. Hello. Thank you for being here. My name is Jennifer Cotton. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas. And that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So welcome. If you're here for the first time, thank you, Lori. Welcome. And if you are, sorry, I got distracted by commenting that Lori said, everybody's saying they can hear me. Thank you guys very much. If you're here for the first time, welcome, and I hope you enjoy this. If you're new to crafting, it's amazing. Anyone can do it. I'm not crafty. I'm not skilled and talented in those ways naturally. So anybody can do this. If you're here for the first time and you're familiar with Stampin' Up, welcome. I hope you enjoy today. And thank you to everyone who's come back. So let me, there is a fault here. Okay, I can only see, it was a whole thing with Facebook and StreamYard. I can only see YouTube comments on my computer. So I'm going to have to use my iPad for Facebook comments. Fun. So two different places. Let me start with YouTube because I did see Jody Mathena first thing at 8:30 this morning saying hello. So good morning, Jody. And Sue, good morning in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Hello to Deb. I'm glad you can hear me. Thank you. Cindy, good morning. Barbara, good morning. Good to see you. Okay, let's check out Facebook. This is going to be fun to keep up with both on two different screens today. Pat, good morning. Thanks for saying you can hear me as well. Lori in Minnesota, good morning. Hey, Jody, also on Facebook. Denise, good morning. I'm trying to back up so I'm not so close to the camera. And thanks, Denise. Hey, thanks for sharing, Pat. Peggy, good morning. Good morning, Landa. Glad sound is good. Pat, Jean in North Dakota. Terry, good morning, sunshine. Let's see. Janet in North Carolina. Hello, Stella. Sandy in Wisconsin. Good morning. Cindy, good morning. Hey, Mary Ellen. Cindy, thanks for sharing. Which is better to use, Facebook or YouTube? Good question. Honestly, it's what's better for you as far as your devices, ease of watching, skipping. I think on a live, when you're on YouTube watching, like right now while I'm really live, I think you can pause it. So that's cool. You cannot do that on Facebook while I'm live. On replay, you can on both platforms. So there's a perk on YouTube, I believe, and tell me if I'm wrong. And then as far as what helps me, both help. So whatever's best for you, thank you for watching on that platform. Basically, when you get watches and clicking likes and comments on any platform, that's good. That helps. So I do this as a full-time job. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. It will be I'm getting confused. In 2022, I started in 2001, November 2001. Do the math. I think it's 21 years in November. Right? 22 minus 1. So I've been doing it full-time almost the whole time, but really strong full-time in the last several years. So when you guys share, comment, like, subscribe, thumbs up, notification bells, it all helps me. So thank you very much. So as a small thank you for any of that, for commenting on the video on both platforms, you'll get entered to win my cards I'm going to make today from the Leaves of Holly bundle. It is a bundle, but most of the dies are not in here. I'll show them to you later. So you get entered to win that. And then the 3 cards, I should say. And then if you share the video, comment that you shared, like most people are commenting, because I won't know unless you tell me you did, and that will enter you again to win those cards. And it all helps me, so thank you very much. I had a special for sharing my cards my cards. I was not live last week, and I feel very like I haven't done it in 10 years. For sharing my videos in September, I was going to give away 2 stamp sets called All Bundled Up. So I'm turning them this way because I have the winners' names here. So I did my drawings, and I have, thanks, Sandy. I have my winners here, and they are Joy. I don't know how to properly pronounce your last name, Joyce, but Joyce Puglia and Robin Barnes. So congratulations, ladies, and thanks to everyone who shared my videos in September, which I didn't do one video in September last week, but there were still 4 videos, so that was cool. There were lots of people to choose from. So thank you guys very much, but today you'll be entered to win the cards like normal. Okay. As a FYI, on YouTube, after this video, usually by tomorrow morning, I will add timestamps below in the description where it will say, at this time I show card number 1, and you can just click that little highlighted number, which is the timestamp, and it will take you straight to card number 1 or specials or whatever you want to go to. So I'll add those timestamps, and I'll be adding some links up here in this top corner, whichever corner this is on the screen, on YouTube as well, hopefully by tomorrow. YouTube, I have to wait 24 hours to do that. Okay, so they will be to my tutorial store and TikTok, where I have hundreds of videos, well, over 100 videos that have helpful, quick, 3 minutes or less, usually 30-second quick tip videos. Okay, so let me catch up here. Hey, Darlene. She says, yes, you can pause on YouTube. Thank you for confirming that. So that's a cool feature, right? If you're like, I just have to step away for a second, I need to go to the bathroom, whatever, that's pretty cool. I also meant to say, I don't know if you can do this on Facebook, but on YouTube, you can put it on your TV if you have that kind of TV. So that's cool as well. Like for anyone's videos, not just mine, of course. Jody says, love that bundle. Barbara says, congrats, ladies, to our winners. All right, let me get over here on Facebook. Janet's on Facebook, yes. Denise shared. Thank you, Denise and Janet. Good morning, Jennifer. Good to see you. One of my big winners from the other day. Janet doesn't know how to comment on YouTube. Honestly, I'm not sure how it appears to you when you're watching live. So if anyone on YouTube wants to tell me, and I can pass it on how to comment after it's over, it's very easy. You do have to be logged into YouTube though to comment or like anyone's videos. You have to be logged into your account. So if you're ever like, you click on a link from like Safari or the internet and it takes you to a YouTube video, you can't like it or comment on it unless you go ahead and log into YouTube. But other than that, not sure if there's anything special. Susan shared, Janet shared. Thank you. Good morning, Jen. Sandy likes my new glasses. Thank you. Very cool day in Western North Dakota. 26 degrees this morning, and it's only supposed to get to 46. This is fall. Wow, Janet. It is 64 in where I am right now, but it is getting up to 90 today. We're getting into fall, but this will be the warmest day we've had in a while. I actually have shorts on today. I've been wearing jeans. Jean, good morning. Thanks for congratulating everybody. Julie, good morning. Lori, beautiful fall morning in Ohio with Julie. Joni, good morning. Nancy, good morning. It's I'm having to scroll and read and hold my hand up where my iPad is. Sandy has a hard time getting on YouTube. So, okay, I'll say one more thing about that. And then I'll say what Cindy said, and then we'll move on. So for me personally, the way I watch YouTube videos, which I do watch YouTube videos a lot, mostly not stamping, honestly, like funny videos and stuff. But anyway, I do it on my cell phone, and I have the YouTube app. So I just click the app, I click the search, the little, magnifying glass, and I search for what kind of video I want to watch, or a person's name or a company. And then that's how I watch them. So I don't know if that's helpful. And who was it? Cindy says she needs to be on live chat for the comment box to display. Click on live chat, and then the bottom says comment. Thank you, Marcia and Cindy. Live chat is not visible on television. Good to know. So, okay. Thank you, guys. We got a little education today. All right. So, I offer lots of events. I do this as a full-time job. So I offer lots of ways to help to allow you to be able to stamp. All of my events are going to include a PDF tutorial. We're going to cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything we can. You'll cut your own designer paper if that's included with the fee. They're all offered in the United States to go. Some are offered in person in addition to go. And it says most, but pretty much all you can get the PDF only tutorials, which again, I'll put that link into my PDF store, which is on my blog, stamptherapist.com, if you just want PDF tutorials. And I do offer 4 classes every single month that you can count on. The other stuff changes seasonally. And these are card class, scrapbook class, Stamp-A-Stack class, and sampler class, and they are offered in person to go, and you can even check out those supplies for me and stamp at your house when you're local and you can't attend the one day I'm offering it in person. I see Susan says she switched over to switched over to YouTube from Facebook, and Darlin says, but you can click like on the TV. Very cool. I have that feature on my TV, but I have never watched YouTube on my TV yet. So interesting stuff we're learning. All right, so card class. The 4 classes I just mentioned are happening on October 15th in person. If you get it to go, they'll be mailed October 17th. You can also pick those up from me if you're local. The card class and the scrapbook class are to be registered by October 13th, and they're each $15 or free with a $20 order. They're offered to go in person. Check out the supplies. For cards, we're using the Celebrate with Tags bundle and the Cottage Wreaths bundle, 4 cards. And for scrapbook, we're making Christmas page 1 to our first Christmas page of the season. We'll make page 2 next month, plus 2 more Christmas pages. And we're making 2 Thanksgiving pages. So I'm using Spruced Up bundle. I love that one. Painted Pheasant stamp set and Soft Seedling stamp set, and the Alphabest bundle for some little titles and stuff. I think Robin just came on. Marianne and I are here. We are in the car headed to a retreat. Unable to comment on YouTube, so switch to Facebook. See, there's always things. Robin, check out the beginning of the video. Hint, hint. Okay, so those are those classes, card and scrapbook. And then the other 2 are classes and a club you can join. They're both a recurring club that you sign up for with a subscription link, and then you'll just be billed every month, but you can go in and cancel anytime. There's no obligation. But if you stay in for 6 consecutive months, you'll get $25 in free merchandise from me. So that's pretty cool. So they are Sampler Club. Let me show you last month's sampler. I have not designed this month yet. This is the one we just did, which I thought was gorgeous. These are the same supplies I'll be using to make scrapbook pages this month, by the way. Sampler class includes $20 in merchandise or more. All the supplies cut, embossed, die cut, etc., ready for you to stamp and assemble. And PDF tutorial, of course. So we're making a nice sort of fall into winter because this is an all occasion stamp set sampler. It's not Christmas because we're going to do some Christmas ones that are going to be straight up Christmas. But anyway, it's the Season of Chic bundle and suite of products in the annual catalog. It's some gorgeous product. So that's what we're using for sampler this month. You need to register by October 9th. Join the club or take the class. You can take these classes by themselves. Chris says, I love that sampler so much. Thank you, Chris. She's one of my club members. Thank you, Chris. I really liked how it turned out too. And actually, I was chatting with Chris when I was designing it because I was like, I really challenged myself. This is difficult. And something she said made me think to make a big wreath with those leaves. So it was Chris that prompted the final result there. So thank you, Chris. Anyway, that was last month. We're moving on to Season of Chic. And then Christmas card Stamp-A-Stack. So I have a Stamp-A-Stack class and club every month, 12 cards, $30. It includes over 20 in merchandise. The cards are basically practically free because 20 plus tax and shipping is going to be almost $25. You're paying me $30. We're cutting, die cutting, punching, embossing. You just stamp in a symbol. It's an incredible value. So you can take the class as a single for $30, or you can join the club, and it's the same price, $30. I need to clean my glasses. Turn the camera down. I'm seeing so many smudges. Anyway, so you can join that club. Also, the deadline again is the 15th. I'm sorry, the 9th, October 9th. And this, what I'm making today is 3 of the 4 cards that we're using with the Leaves of Holly bundle that we're making in our Stamp-A-Stack class. So you'll get more info on that. So I recommend you join the club, of course. You can cancel anytime, but also we're starting to put little gifts in with each club. And I have some people that are in both clubs, so you get 2 gifts. It's the same gift, but you'll get 2 if you're in both clubs because, of course, you deserve that. But anyway, yeah, we've been putting little gifts in thanks to my helper, Karen, for our club members as well. So there you go. It's not like we promise and guarantee a gift every month, but I think we're on our 3rd or 4th month in a row, and it's our goal to do one every month. All right, so let me see if anyone has questions. Jody switched over as well. Y'all are awesome. Susan's saying hi to her sweet Marsha. Marsha's finally out of the hospital, everybody. Jody said gorgeous, thank you. Let's see here on Facebook. I'm getting so confused. Good morning, Jackie. Robbins saw that she won the prize. Yay. Thank you, Sarah. Janet says, I have Season of Chic Suite, and it's fabulous. I actually have some of the supplies I'm going to use laying over here because I want to design that next. But, you know, there's always something to do around here. And Susie, good morning. Kelly, good morning. Okay, so next up, there is an event coming up that any Stampin' Up! Demonstrator can attend. So if you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, or if you want to be, which of course there's a special right now, so it's real tempting to join, then you can come to this event on November 12th with Alejandra Gomez and Jennifer Cotton. That is me, and Alejandra is my team member. And we are going to have a class for you. We're going to have tons of giveaways, a goodie bag, an organized optional swap you can participate in, displays with guest display stampers, and more. This is on November 12th in the evening in Arlington, Texas, at a Sheraton right next to the Convention Center in Arlington. And we're combining it with a Stampin' Up! Event that's happening that morning with the company, but it's too late to register for that, but you can still register for our event. So please let me know if you have questions. The links to everything I'm talking about today will go out in the 1 p.m. Central Time email that goes out. I've already scheduled it. And if you're not on my email list, you can join. There's a link in the description up here on Facebook, down here on YouTube. And yeah, just join my email list and then you'll get all those links, notifications, etc. Okay, then next up, I have a sneak peek finally of the Retreat in a Box for October. I think it's amazing, of course. So I'm going to point the camera down for a minute and give you a sneak peek. But first, let me show you this graphic. So the October retreat in a box, you need to register by October 9th. Same date as my other classes. Yes. For our make and takes, that first graphic there on the left is the retreat in a box. So you get 10 or 11 make and takes. I can't remember how I counted them. It's 10 or 11, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's 11 technically, make and takes. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss. It's ready for you to stamp and assemble. You'll cut your own designer and specialty paper. PDF tutorial included. Then you can also take or only take my Stamp-A-Stack class, which is 12 cards, 3 designs. So you'll make 4 of each card shown there in the middle with the Joyful Flurry Stamp-A-Stack. Joyful Flurry bundle. And you get a ton of product with that class. And then you can also take with or only April's class. And it is the Santa's Delivery class. I don't have her samples here, but I have seen them in person. And I strongly recommend taking her class because they are amazing. The samples are amazing that you will make. It's a little mini album that pops out of a box. And of course, she's going to score all that for you, right? So amazing. A wreath that's much larger than I thought. I was calling it a mini wreath, but then I saw it and it's like this big. And gift tags. So her class is amazing. My class is amazing. You're going to make 12 gorgeous cards. I think they're gorgeous. We're going to cut, die cut, punch, emboss. You're going to stamp and assemble. That's going to be die cut for you. The circle, the little label. You'll just stamp and die cut out your snowflakes, for example. And you just need the Joyful Wishes bundle. And yeah, you can take that. And if you're going to the in-person retreat in October, you can still sign up for this class there and April's as well. And then here's your 10 retreat make and takes. We always do a sampler. We always do scrapbook pages, which I think are really cute. And cards. So we're doing several cards this time. And a little bag and some little treats inside the bag. Pretty good, huh? So I recommend you sign up for that. That was your sneak peek of the retreat in a box. Any questions on any of this? Of course, y'all can let me know. You can email me, text me, etc. Jody, yes, please feel free to sign up for this. I'm glad you like it. Okay. If you missed the beginning, I have to look at 2 screens today to see all the comments. So, hey, Shirley, good morning. Thank you for sharing. Hey, Diana in North Carolina. Thank you for sharing as well. Love the colors on on the snowflake cards. Thank you. It's Fresh Freesia, Pool Party, and a lot of silver. Those are my main colors, which I'm sure you could tell that, but yeah, I love it as well. Okay, so there's that. Please feel free to sign up. Oh, and with the retreat, I should have, duh. You also get a bag that's exclusive for this event that April's going to design and print for you. Gifts. That's actually, I'm going to show you, it's not a sneak peek of the gift, but of how I'm packaging up the gift. It's the tiniest sneak peek ever, but I'll show you that in a little bit. I'm designing my 3 gifts, like the packaging today. We know what our gifts are. We think they're super amazing. But you get, I think it's 6 gifts from us because we change it 5 to 7 each time. So you get the gifts, the bag, the goodie bag of $50 or more in merchandise, the make and takes, the PDF tutorial. It's amazing. Invite a friend. You guys can get together at one of your homes or wherever and do the retreat together. Okay. Thank you, Susan. Next up, there is an in-person retreat coming up that you can attend if you want. It is in April 2023, which seems so far away, but that will be here before we know it. We'll be using, product from catalogs that aren't even released yet. But the cool thing is you still have time to get in on the in-person for this one. We still have some space left. It's in Temple, Texas. You get an 8-foot table. You get ample space between rows. You can walk down the row while everybody's sitting down at their chairs. The room is huge. I want to say it's like 3,000 square feet or something. this room, just this picture. You get a bed, probably upstairs, but you get a bed. You get your meals starting on Friday night, and you get make and takes, goodie bag, all the stuff I just named. So it's amazing. And it will be offered to go exactly like the one I just described, with different projects and different optional classes. And in case that wasn't clear, if you only want to take the Frosted Flurry class, you can with the retreat link, or only April's class, or retreat in April, retreat in mine, the 2 classes only. You can mix it up any way you want. It's all there in the options. And you can even add on those stamps when you register as well. Okay, so there's that. Then I have a Zoom bingo coming up in December. It's on December 8th at 6:30 p.m. on Zoom. So this is for anyone in the United States again, just like everything I offer. But on this one, we get to be together in person, see each other, talk, interact. You can ask me questions. We stamp together. You'll get to play bingo as a way to give away the door prizes, which are hundreds of dollars in product. At least 4 projects. However, since we're making Christmas gift tags, it will be at least 8 projects. I just haven't designed them yet. We're using the spruced up bundle. I love this one so much. And it's fun. So you can register now for that. The link will be in the 1 p.m. email. It's going to be amazing. And the date, I should have said that. Let me go back because I don't have it written here. Register by November 27th. The date is Thursday, December 8th. For that Zoom. So mark your calendars. Okay. Don't forget about our crafting cruises. Me and April have been telling you, April's my retreat partner, and cruise is just a big retreat on a ship. It's amazing. We've been telling you, like how you can see how many lights I have when I have glasses on, that spots could open for our 2023 cruise in January, and spots have opened. Now they've been filled, but I believe our wait list is at 0 now. I don't think anyone is on the wait list for the crafting portion. So get on that wait list if you want to go on that cruise, because, and if I'm wrong, it's all legit what the company's doing for us, Cruise and Crop. But I believe everyone came off the wait list because we had a couple of cancellations. So you still could get in on that crafting portion. And then anyone can use the group rate, and they don't have to do the crafting portion. So even if you just have a friend who mentions, I want to go on a cruise, but it's expensive, check out Jennifer Cotton's group rate. You don't even have to interact with the crafters. And if you personally bring friends, family, loved ones, whoever who don't craft, that's fine. They don't have to add that on. So January 29th on Allure of the Seas out of Galveston, Texas, we're going to Roatan, Honduras, Costa Maya, Mexico, and Cozumel, Mexico. It's going to be amazing. And then your crafting portion includes 6 full classes that you can complete over the course of the week on your own time. Door prizes, giveaways, gifts, bag, fun, fun, fun. Of course, all your meals are included. If you've never been on a cruise, you will not go hungry. You'll probably gain weight. That's the one negative of a cruise. Yeah, it's amazing. Okay. And then we have one in January 2024 on Harmony of the Seas out of Galveston, Texas, that you can register for now as well. All these links will be in the 1 o'clock email. All right, let's move on to specials, Stampin' Up! Specials, and Jennifer specials. So let's check on these comments. December 8th is your birthday. Maybe you do need bingo as a birthday present, Susan. That would be nice, huh? I would ask for it. Thank you, Marcia. Yes, Barbara's going on with us on the cruise on her first crafting cruise. A lot of my team members are going on this cruise. It's going to be very exciting. And we have a top demonstrator going on our crafting cruise as well. I don't know if she wants me to say her name, but you want to mingle with a top demo, I would wait for permission from her to say that she'll be there. But hey, Chris cannot wait for a retreat. And of course, everybody going on the cruise, by the way, is awesome. If they're in my team, they're awesome. So, and all of our customers as well. Such a cheerful stack of make and takes. Yes, Chris, it's red, green, and white. Those are the colors in that designer paper. That's it. Red, green, white. It's so pretty. Okay, so Stampin' Up! Specials. I want to mention that you can still purchase the Warm Welcome Bundle. So it was honestly not clearly communicated from Stampin' Up!, in my opinion. But the bundle, including the dies, which I don't have here. Landa has my dies because we're using these for our team make and takes this month, which are every month the team can add on. I mean, not add on. They can register to, let me turn these the right direction, to take the make and takes. It's only $11, including shipping, for at least 4 cards each month. And then they stamp and assemble at home unless we're having an in-person meeting and they are able to attend. We're using the Warm Welcome Bundle, and it's still available to purchase for customers as well. The info I got from Stampin' Up! Yesterday is it appears it will not go away, and then it will be in the January to June mini catalog. It's only in my online store, but you can purchase it now. And it's a super cute bundle. So you can purchase it early. A warm welcome. There's a whole set of dies, as you can kind of tell from this first card. It cuts out all the pieces. I just don't have the dies here at my house. So you can still get warm welcome. We also have a new kit available. It's called Birthday Card Organizer Kit. And I'm so disappointed in myself because I got confused when I ordered mine. And I thought it would be here by yesterday, which is, it's 100% my mistake. It will be here today. And UPS just doesn't come this early. I should have texted Scott that if UPS comes while I'm on this video to bring it in here, but I don't think they will. But anyway, so mine's coming. These are while supplies last. All of our kits, which are only found in the online stores. I believe, or I predict, whatever, that this one will sell out because it looks amazing. So I printed out the info. So let me read it while you can look at this picture. Kit includes one 8x10 monthly planner with space to record birthdays each month, as well as a pocket sleeve to hold birthday cards. Includes 12 full-size birthday cards, 6 of 2 designs, and 12 coordinating envelopes. Includes glue dots, dimensionals, adhesive back embellishments, tear and tape adhesive. Includes die-cut florals and pieces ready for you to use. No prep work required. Includes sticker sentiments and die-cut labels in Dutch, English, French, and German. Coordinating colors: basic black, evening evergreen, petal pink, Sahara sand, and soft succulent. Looks amazing, right? Let me, I forgot. I think it's $25. I'm pretty sure it's $25. I forgot to write down the price. I think it's $25. So you can order that now. It's found in the online store. If you're a demonstrator, you can order it through yourself. You get the item code from the demo website and then get your discount, of course. But it's while supplies last. So it just looks like it's going to be really popular to me. I know all my friends have ordered it. Okay, I want to see if I need to. Hey, Debbie, good morning. Stacy, your kit's coming today. Mine is too. I just wanted it by this video, which rolls into the next thing. So there is some new product that will be available for pre-order for customers. I thought I made a graphic. Oh, I guess did I? I must have forgot to put it in here. With all that trouble. Okay, so there's no graphic, but I have a printout anyway. New product. If you participated in the World Card Making Day, which was awesome, you can still go back and watch the recording. I have the link in this video up here on Facebook, down here on YouTube. I'm going to switch my camera down. There is, in that video, I'm sorry, they demonstrate some projects with this brand new product that's coming out. Okay, so what this is it's called Fitting Florets. And this product is going to be released to customers, all of it, on November 1st, I believe, but in November. Demonstrators can order it now. And the only thing that we are not could not possibly sell out of, where it won't come back, is the framed florets bundle, which is this bundle right here. So it's this stamp set. And so there was another with my error in ordering. These 3 items are actually for my team meeting. They're some of my door prizes. And my team meeting order came yesterday. My personal order of this stuff for me is coming today. So I don't have the dies here yet. But there are these awesome ovals and florals, and of course cut out the stamped images. So they're amazing. Watch that World Card Making Day video. So framed florets has a gorgeous font. Actually, in the video, the designer shows how she came up with this and designed it all. So it's really cool, including how she designed the paper and everything. So you can get the bundle, photopolymer, framed florets in November if you're not a demonstrator. And that will carry through and be in our January to June mini catalog. Everything else on this page is while supplies last. So once it starts in November, it will be while supplies last. Now, they reserve a certain amount for demonstrators to order, and then the rest is after November. So it will be available in November, but it goes while supplies last. So those 3 items are these gold adhesive backed swirls. So hopefully you can see, because I could never see in any of the Stampin' Up! Videos what the swirl meant, but there's like little... It's like if you went in the middle of the circle with an etching tool and came out at a little curve and then made the little curves all the way around. They're really pretty, and they're gold. Then there's the framed and festive stamp set, which will fit, in these oval dies, but it's all holiday greetings. It is red rubber. One of my stamps is missing because I'm going to switch this one out for the door prize. But anyway, because I made a little tag to put on one of our gifts, which there's more to this. There's designer paper and stuff. But isn't that cute? 'Tis the season to be jolly. There's 8 different greetings in here. Fa la la, fa la la. Merry Christmas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Merry Christmas. 'Tis the season to be jolly. That's the one I stamped on here. From our home to yours, from all of us. Noel, may the season be filled with peace and joy. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. And it's the mix where some is cursive, some is not. So cute. So that will be while supplies last. This will be while supplies last. This gorgeous designer paper that I don't have yet, called Fitting Florets 12 by 12 designer paper, will be while supplies last. Okay, so any questions, let me know. Here's a pretty image there of some samples sort of that they made. And so our other last special going on right now is the starter kit special. So anyone who wants to get a discount or get a good deal or join my team, it is only $99. And through October 31st, you will get to choose $155 in any merchandise you want that's current. You could, if it's available, you could add on that birthday kit. You can add on these products, because once you're buying the kit, you're technically becoming a demonstrator. Don't worry, there's no obligation. So you have access to all of our perks. So you can add on any of this, even the whole collection, which, is it on here? Yes, the whole collection is $97.50. You're getting to pick $155 in merchandise. So $97.50 for the entire collection, or you can pick and choose. So you can add that to your starter kit. You can get the birthday kit. You can get the gnomes. You can get something from the annual catalog. You can get the die cut machine, whatever you want. It's only $99 plus tax. Free shipping. You get $155 through October 31st. That is the, let me emphasize this. That's the special, $155 instead of $125. That's $30 more than normal. But just think, like, do the math of what you would pay for that. I think I wrote it down. If you placed a $155 order with me, you would pay, well, I added something to it. Let me get my calculator. You'd pay me about $186, $187, depending on where you live and your tax rate. Already, you're paying only $99 for this plus tax, about $107. But they're also always throw in a past paper pumpkin kit, so that's another $23.50. So the value is over $210 for $99. It's a no-brainer. It's a great deal. I would love to answer any questions you have about, like, what are the requirements? Technically none. You don't have to do anything. You're not required to stay active. You're not required to order, get your discount, sell. There are many perks, including team perks with me, including training, recognition, challenges, those monthly, gatherings, all that stuff. So I'd love to answer any questions you have, but the main question I want to address is the commitment part. There is no real commitment. If you buy that kit and never speak to me again, which I don't want, but and never speak to Stampin' Up again, nothing bad happens. You just drop out. You don't have access to see stuff early and, be in my Facebook group and all that stuff anymore. So it's such a good deal. Think about it this way as well. If you're going to go place an order of $85 or more, 85 is with tax and shipping almost $107. So you're there. But you're only getting $85 in merch instead of $155 plus a paper pumpkin kit. Seems like a no-brainer to me. If y'all have any questions, let me know. I think we're ready to turn the camera down. I am going to just tell you about my ordering special. Love the fonts, Barbara says. Yes, right? I love this font so much. Okay, so my ordering special, every month I have a special where if you place an order with me, you will get a free class packet mailed to you if your order's 25 or more with the monthly host code. You'll get a free class packet mailed to you for free. Usually you have to pay for shipping, of course, on class packets, but this one will be mailed for free. Only a $25 order using the host code, which right now is right there on the screen for October 1 through 15. If your order is $50 or more, you will also get a free full accessory from me in October 1st through 15th. It is the Fine Sparkle Adhesive Back Gems. I'm probably going to make these cards on next week's Facebook Live. Not that you need to see them before ordering. They'll be cute. Hopefully. But I'm not making them today. So I don't have the cards designed yet. Let me show you the special on the screen in case that makes better sense. It is, let me remove that real quick. So just in case it doesn't make sense, $25 or more with the host code entered gets you the free class packet. 50 or more gets you the free class packet plus the gems. There is an exception, $150 or more. I don't want you to use the host code. I still give you both gifts and you will receive at least $15 in free merchandise from Stampin' Up. I mail these kits out in November and you'll get at least, there's a limit of 1 class kit per person and up to 2 gifts because I do offer a second gift the second half of the month for an additional order. So any questions, let me know. But it's a pretty good deal. Pretty good. Okay. So for our cards today, I feel like I'm forgetting something that I'm supposed to say. But anyway, we're using the Leaves of Holly bundle, which I will show all the dies that come with it eventually. Some of them are in here and some of them are in my tub over here. And I have, because this is my monthly Stamp by Stack class, I have the tub here, all the supplies inside. So this is the tub I take with me to the in-person and they stamp and assemble there. And then this is what people can check out from me if they're local and they want to stamp at their house instead. And then if you stamp at home, you just use your own stamps and everything. And these are the 3 ink pads, cherry cobbler, evening evergreen, self-succulent this month. There also is other stuff in here normally, which includes the PDF tutorial and some other flyers and stuff for me. Okay, so This is the Stamp-A-Stack class and club for this month, which is $30. These cards I'm about to make free with a sorry, I'm getting myself distracted. Free with a 25th. Oh my gosh, it's not free. I'm getting confused with card class. I'm trying to think of some stuff over here that I have in my hand that y'all can't see. Let me start over. Stamp-A-Stack, 12 cards for $30. That includes over $20 in merchandise. Okay, I said all that before, so you should be. Hopefully you're like, yeah, we heard that already. Okay. So let me talk about Leaves of Holly real quick. It is the stamp set, I should say, is 13 stamps. It's photopolymer. It has several greetings, season's greetings, Christmas wishes, from our home to yours, to friends near and far, joy, peace, and then there's a single ampersand, so you can say joy and peace, peace and joy, Christmas wishes and joy, whatever. And then there's 4 leaf stamps, 2 large and 2 medium, I would call them. 2 large hollies, 2 medium hollies. One is more solid, one's more detailed. You stamp them on top of each other to get all the detail. And then same thing with the berry image. 2 images, 1 solid, 1 details. And then there's dies for all of those. So the dies I have in this packet here are for Landa because she's going to be cutting this class, Landa and Shirley. So I will show you some of the dies here, and then the ones that my customers will be using are the ones that actually cut out these large and small leaves and the berries. So there's those. And then there are these 2 leaf dies that can stand alone. They just cut out an outline. You can combine these with the solid leaf, so you can have a solid color behind and the detail in front. I did not do that on my cards, but you can. There's this awesome label that has in the corner 2 detailed leaves, so we'll be using that a few times today, so you'll see that. And then there's this other solid image that looks weird alone, but it's designed to go behind these detail leaves, so you'll see that on the cards today. Then there is, of course, the die to cut out the berries. Well, you can also do the standalone berries with the detail die and a different color behind, or same color, whatever you choose. I did not use that one. There's a couple of sprig images dies that I did not use, and then there's this awesome label die that I did use. And the label is about 1 1/4 by a little less than 2 1/2 after it's die cut out. And here's one of those leaf ones die cut. That was an extra I had, and here is actually the label thing. Anyway, those are extras I had. Okay, so what was I saying? Dies. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. I don't think it's very important, but I don't know. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Okay, so let's get started. The first card, here we go with card number 1. Card 1. We have a basic white card base. It is 5. Sorry, I was organizing my stuff. 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. You just take your 8 1/2 by 11-inch cardstock and cut it in half. These will fit into the invitation size envelope, which is Stampin' Up's medium envelope, including these clear ones here, which are medium and that size as well. And I just fold it with my bone folder. I don't like to make the crease with my finger because it gets more wrinkled on the inside. Just a reminder, as you watch this video, even if you're watching replay or you just came on or you come on later, as you watch, make sure you comment. Anything you say will get you entered to win these 3 cards I'm going to make today. And then if you share the video, that gets you entered again, but you need to comment that you shared, because that is how I will know that happened. Where did I Looking for the designer paper here. This class includes over $20 in merchandise, including half a pack of the Boughs of Holly designer paper. So you actually will cut your own designer paper. This is, if I take this designer paper piece out, this is how your class packet will look, although you'll be making 3 of these cards. So we will cut all that stuff for you. Anyway, this paper is gorgeous. The Boughs of Holly. I know I've shown it on other videos, but we've got this nice wood grain look here, like a tree bark that I'll be using on this card. It's tree bark, not wood grain. The backside has these gorgeous poinsettias that have enough space between them that you can hand cut them out, which I'm going to do today. There's a couple of different sheets that are just full poinsettias, like the whole sheet's covered with that. And this is one with a smaller version, and there's the one with the larger version. There's some awesome backgrounds. The colors are basically cherry cobbler, old olive. There's a ton of greens in this. Old olive, garden green, evening evergreen, soft succulent. There's a bunch of greens in this paper. There's the image with just like pine trees. There's a lot of just backgrounds that are kind of like watercolory. It's just really gorgeous paper. So that is the paper you'll get half a pack of. And you will cut your own designer paper. I think I did say that. Okay, so for this card, we have our card base, and then we have a piece of cherry cobbler that's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, 4 1/8, 5 3/8. All of the cards in this class are landscape. That was not on purpose. At the end, I was like, oh, well, I guess I made them all landscape. That's how that turned out. So then you'll cut this designer paper with the wood bark on it to 4 by 5 1/4. Only 3 of those. And then we will have die cut out the rest for you. That won't be in there. So this label that I talked about, that die, so see how it cuts out like a little edge around the label. This is a large label. It's like 1.5 by 2 3/4. And then over here on the left is the detail leaves that are just part of it. So you'll probably have to poke these pieces out, because if we did that for you, we would never finish cutting for you. You can use a toothpick, a take your pick tool, anything you want to help you get those out. But it's pretty easy to pop them out the way I am also. And then so easy. No, I'm just trying not to get overexcited and like rip this on video. This is basic white, by the way, this label. Okay, so gorgeous. And then you will have for this card, so again, you're going to be making 3 of these, so this will have to be cut 3 times for you, but I'm just making 1 today. The smaller detail die in evening evergreen and the larger detail leaf die in soft succulent. So again, poke out all those pieces. I left these in on purpose for the video so you could see and kind of know what your actual experience will be like. And then in evening evergreen, the piece that is the, where's it go? The solid part that goes behind these detail leaves in that label. And then there'll be a scrap of crushed, cherry cobbler, not crushed curry and not Cajun crepes, the 2 colors that went through my head. Okay, so on this card, we're going to stamp in, I believe, cherry cobbler and evening evergreen. The greeting, where's my sample? Yes, this is going to say Christmas wishes. Now, of course, when you're stamping these, especially at your home with your own supplies, where I haven't designated a color so my ink pads don't get messed up and all that, you can change greetings and all that stuff. Some people even get these kits and don't even use the stamps that I used. They use completely different stamps, so you can do that as well. Okay, so evening evergreen for my greeting, Christmas wishes. So that's just going to go right on this label. And Christmas wishes and season's greetings are about the same size. So they both fit really well on this larger label. And boom. Don't forget it's photopolymer. So if you don't have a super hard table surface like I do here, to grab your Stampin' Pierce mat, which will give you a perfect stamping surface. If you get a bad image, especially when you stamp these big leaves like we're going to stamp later, if you get a bad image, unless your ink pad needs re-inking or you're not using a quality, Stampin' Up ink pad or paper, then the next thing is the surface you're stamping on. So anyway, just to make sure. Usually it's the stamping surface, although it could be a bad ink pad or a bad paper. So anyway, okay, then next, because you're making 3 cards, you will need 3 of these berries. So a quick tip on that. First of all, I'm stamping the outline first because I found it much easier because this is cherry cobbler ink on cherry cobbler paper. I found it much easier to align that way. And then I stamped my 3, the 2 outer ones first, and then the center one. And I did turn the center one upside down. That's just some little tips there. And then for the details, again, just on this one, I found it easier to stamp in this order. Detail first, then the solid, because I couldn't hardly see this one to add this on top. So I'm going to stamp on scratch paper my cherry cobbler berries, if you want to call them cherries, and then right on top the solid one. So stamp off each time, and it says stamp off right there. So at first I thought, like I tested it, was it even necessary to stamp the second image because it's on cherry cobbler ink? But then I decided it definitely was necessary. So then you'll die cut these out. Magic of TV here with the die. So you'll put this on the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, clear plate on bottom, clear plate on top, run it through, and you will get those awesome little berries. Actually, I don't know why I'm doing that the way I don't prefer. Okay, so there's that. Now, to assemble this card with your class fee, I can't remember, I think you're getting a full roll of this Evening Evergreen. What is it called? Open weave ribbon. Hey, Kathy, thanks for sharing. Good morning, Carol. Good to see you. Betty, good morning. Susie, I'm glad you love this month's Stampin' Stack. Hey, Deb in Ohio. Hey, Betsy, good morning to you. Okay, so you're getting I believe a full roll of this. I just can't remember right now how it all broke down. And then you're getting a partial pack of the brushed metallic adhesive back dots. So I'm saying that because I'm going to use both of those on this card. All right, so let's put it together. I'm safe to go ahead and attach my designer paper to my cherry cobbler. And then remember that it's a skinny border. This is how we cut the paper. So just, I'm going to put it on a lighter background here. Anyway, I like to hold my fingers under, I can pull this forward some. Sorry. Okay, hold my fingers under the paper where the adhesive is so it doesn't actually stick until I want it to. And I can keep moving it around, as you can see there. And just try my best to get it pretty even. And then I do the same thing. Pretty much anytime I'm attaching something, I'm holding it that way until I get it positioned where I want and place it down. And then I need to grab my silicone craft sheet to add adhesive behind this label. So this label, it's got this floppy piece because it gives that little border around the label. So you could use liquid glue. Of course, I don't work well with liquid glue. I'm going to have to use it on one of my retreat gifts, which is a whole nother thing. Because just when I made my sample last night, I got it all over my darn fingers and, you know, did the thing to get it off. And of course, then I had to go wash my hands. I'm like, okay, I only made one. I don't work well with liquid glue. Anyway, so I'm going to use Stampin' Seal and the silicone craft sheet, but whatever adhesive works best for you. But the point is, you do want, in my opinion, adhesive on this floppy piece because it's so loose. It could get caught on something, etc. So I'm just going to do my normal where I use the silicone craft sheet to catch the excess adhesive. And I'm not going to stress that I need to cover every inch of that with adhesive. And I am, hopefully you can tell in the video, I'm trying to only apply the adhesive to that piece instead of across here and that piece, because then I'll get that spider web thing. So hopefully that makes sense. If you're good with, like if you are skilled with liquid glue, then go for that. I'm going to add some here as well. Oh, wait. Well, that was a little premature, but that's fine. And then most importantly right now on these leaves, so I can attach this piece here. Same thing though with the leaves. You don't need to drag it across the whole thing. You're just going to get those spider web things, which are not very pretty on the front of your card. And it's not, I don't think it's necessary for every inch of it to have adhesive because it's so skinny. It's not like it's going to fall apart, right? Also, don't put the adhesive on the green piece because then it's all going to show through on the front. Okay. I'll just lay that there in place. Oh, you know what? No, I remember now. I tried this where I put this piece on the table or held it in my hand and put it on there, and it was more difficult. What I found easiest was to lay the white label upside down on the table and put this piece on there from the back because it's smaller than the white piece, which makes sense so it doesn't stick out on the edges, and I just couldn't align that properly from the front. And then there's what it looks like with the green behind it. It's awesome. So this piece, I think, yeah, I'm just going to add a little adhesive on top of that evening evergreen, but not up in here because I'm actually going to tuck those leaves down behind there. So now I'm going to go ahead and add my greeting to the bottom right-hand corner, maybe a 1/4 inch or so border on the two right and bottom side. And I'm going to tuck these leaves underneath there. So for these detail leaves that were die cut out, I'm going to add, Susie, no, you're not the only one. I don't know. And I thought I put a very little amount yesterday, and then it just the small amount that oozed out. It's so sticky, which is good. That means it's quality, but it would not come off my fingers. So you're not the only one. Okay, so I have put adhesive on the bottom of each of these detail leaves. I'm not going to put it at the tops because these I do want to be a little loose. And at the bottom, I wasn't super careful. I don't know if you'll see it on the video, but there are some, yeah, see where the adhesive goes all the way across, but I'm not worried about that because it's going to be tucked under here. So on these two leaves that you'll stamp or die cut out, the larger one tilts to the right, the smaller one tilts to the left. So they make a good little image there when you put them together. So I'm putting the smaller evening evergreen that tilts to the left on first. And then the larger soft succulent one will overlap it. I want to make sure it doesn't go past the top of my card. Looks good to me. I'm going to press. Then my berries, I did add these flat. You could do dimensionals, but I just thought it might look funny, honestly, with dimensionals on these because everything else is flat. And I'm also going to put a bow here. So I don't know. I just like them better flat, but that would be your choice. And then I'm going to tie a bow with my ribbon. Remember, you're getting a full roll, I believe, but even if it's half, it doesn't matter. Don't pre-cut the ribbon is always my recommendation. Take it from the long piece that you have. Get your shape, if whatever kind of bow you make, but I'm going to do bunny ears. So I have the tail on one side, 2 bunny ears, 1 in each hand. All my fingers are pointing at me, lots of space in between the 2 bunny ears. And the other side that's still attached to the roll is really long. Okay, so I'm going to cross my right loop over the left and then push that loop, that ear down into the rabbit hole and pull and fix this bow. And then well, I don't know what the end then is. Just make the bow look how you want. But after that, there will be no waste on this one side when you trim it off. So that's why I recommend doing it that way. We don't want to waste ribbon. All right. There's that. We will add some trash here. A mini glue dot, which there will be a box of those, of course, in the tub. We'll add a mini glue dot. So peel the backing back until you see 1 dot. Don't touch it. Your hands are oily. Place the embellishment on the dot, pull it off, and then I'm just going to kind of position the bow above the berries, but turn it where it doesn't really cover up my greeting too much. And then for this card, I'm using the copper color. I think, yeah, I'm going to, I have some more. Hold on. Sorry. I get my little embellishments out here. I think I have another partial pack of these. Yes. Oh, I have several. Yeah, I don't want to open a brand new one if I don't have to. Anyway, I'm going to use 1 large and 2 small of the copper. So these first. You'll have a partial pack in your packet for the class. You won't have this weird mess that I have here. And these are those brushed metallic adhesive backed dots. I'm just going to put 3 of those up there in the top right corner, 1 large and 2 of the smaller. And there is your first card. It's a nice natural looking Christmas card. It's, I don't know if you would call it traditional, but it's not non-traditional. Anyway, I just really like these products. This whole suite of the leaves of holly stuff. So there is card number 1. It's part of your Stampa stack. You'll make 4 designs. You'll make 3 of these. There's 4 designs. You make 3 of each. I like my bow better on this one. I'll put that one in with your, that you can win for commenting on the video today. All right. Next up, oh, and don't forget on my blog, the recipe cards for these 3 cards will be there today at 11 a.m. Central, and you'll be able to print that if you want. Just view it online, whatever. It's got the measurements and the products used. So check that out on my blog. That will be there for all 3 of them. Here is card number 2. Card 2. This one is same thing, basic white, 5.5 by 8.5. Let me go ahead and fold that in half. Landscape. Then you have a piece of 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 evening evergreen. Now we will have cut some pieces out of it because there's no sense in wasting cardstock. So that leaf is from the first card that we cut out, and this circle is from this card. Then there'll be a piece of basic white to go on top of that, 4 by 5 1/4. Then the other two things that will be in this packet for pre-done for you is this large, like 3 1/4 inch circle from the Stylish Shapes dies, pre-die cut, and then embossed with the Wintry embossing folder, which is a set of 2. So it's the one that is the pine needles. And that is the set of dies right here. They're amazing. They do put pierced holes, but you can hardly see them on this because it's embossed and dark, but they are there, the circle. And then the little white label, which I showed you that die when I showed the dies in the, those dies are called, we're up at the package, leaves, forget their name. Oh, wait, they'll be on my recipe sheet. Let me look. Holly Berry dies is where that die came from. Okay, so for, oh, sorry, not for our stamping yet. And then you're going to cut your designer paper. This piece is the back of the one with the small poinsettias. It's a cherry cobbler with like distressed watercolory kind of background with dots, lighter dots on it. That's going to be 2 inches by 5 1/4. And then you're going to have a sheet of this distressed gold, which, yes, I know it's not available right now. Don't worry, you'll have a sheet of it unless I get way more registrations than expected, and then you'll get the sheet later and we'll supply it for you. So that's even a bonus because you get more that way. So you'll have a sheet of this paper in your class packet, and you're going to cut 2 1/2 by 5 1/4 inch pieces. Okay, so now let me do my stamping. Yeah, just do the stamping. So this card's going to say Season's Greetings in Cherry Cobbler. And you will see that even these large greetings that, like, this is the same size as the one I stamped on the last card on the large label, they still fit on this small label as well, which mine's basic white here. So I'm using Cherry Cobbler ink and just stamping Season's Greetings in Cherry Cobbler on this little label. So cute. It's all caps. Both of those, Christmas Wishes and Season's Greetings, are all caps, just like a print. I don't know what the word is, the correct word, but it's a straight font, not cursive. That's all the stamping I have to do for this card. And then the other thing to do for this card is to hand cut out one of these poinsettias from the designer paper, the back of the bark. So you'll have a little more than half a sheet left after you cut the bark for the first card, those 3. And so you'll be able to get at least 3 of these out of that side. And there's no die, so you hand cut. I'm just making, like, opening my scissors as wide as I can so that I can cut from the closer to the handle of the scissors instead of at the tip, which I think makes a smoother cut. It allows you to cut for longer before having to open and close, which, again, smoother. I'm leaving a little white border, and I'm turning the paper with turning the paper versus the scissors. So turn the paper with my left hand, keep the scissors basically stationary with my right, or in my right hand. There's always exceptions to everything, but you can cut this out as detailed as you want or as sort of not as detailed as you want. So the way I made that smooth is by opening the scissors real wide as I'm cutting, curving the paper. That's much smoother than other ways of cutting, basically. Get those scissors open real wide. Don't use the tip. The tip is for other things. Let me see. Hey, Becky, good morning. The way I have to see the comments today on Facebook, I have to take my hand and touch my iPad, and then they disappear after a second. Yes, Chris. Thanks, Deborah. And sorry, I forgot to look at y'all's comments after I made the card. Thank you, everybody. Jackie, Pat, Deb, Deborah Duke. Thank you guys very much. Yeah, it is. I think it's an awesome suite of products. And by the way, side note, this bundle was not orderable even through yesterday, but today it's orderable. So you can order the bundle now, the Leaves of Holly bundle. Woohoo! I checked it this morning and it's back in stock, which is definitely, I think they had October 24th on there. So stuff can come in sooner than they say all the time. It doesn't always. I'm going to show y'all an example. I cut one of the single flowers. So there's different configurations of the poinsettias on that sheet of paper. And I cut one that just had one flower instead of a large and a small. And I'll just show you before I put the card together how I thought it was too little for this card. It'll be cute on something else, but it would look fine and nobody would know, but I didn't. I preferred the double. Okay, so on the back of this strip of 2-inch designer paper, I'm going to place adhesive close to the edge. So that's why I used my silicone sheet of each long end. And then I'm going to leave my 1/2 inch strip of distressed gold on the table and place this designer paper on top of it. This is a much better way to control how much of the under piece you let show, and then to match it to the other side. Now, I could have used a 2 1/4 by 5 1/4 strip of this paper, but this paper is literally light gold. You don't want to be wasting that much, in my opinion. And I might be a little bit crooked right there, but it's fine. So let me show you the full sheet. This distressed gold, by the way, is in our annual catalog. And it's just gorgeous. It's white on the back. It's only gold on the one side. It looks like paper that's like, or not paper, but metal that's like oxidized or whatever. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but it's called distressed gold. So obviously it looks distressed. And it is shiny and it's gorgeous. I believe it's not orderable right now until December, but luckily I ordered and got it in before that happened. So sign up for my class and you'll get a sheet of it. Okay, so I'm going to add some extra adhesive to the back of this piece that I just made and attach it to my basic white. The order of this is not a big deal. I could have already attached this to this and so on. So I'll attach now this basic white to the evening evergreen. Sticky on my hands. And then attach that to my card base. And then this green circle, this evening evergreen circle, goes over here on the right. It is going to go across in the center of that whole piece we did in the center, but to the right. So centered top to bottom. And then the greeting, I'm going to do something with the greeting with ribbon here, but just to show you, the greeting's going to kind of go on the circle there. And then here's the double flower image. Here's the single flower image. So it looks fine and no one would really know. And if you wanted to use up your whole sheet, you know, to make as many of these kind of cards as you could, you would want to use both. But it just feels to me a little small on this card. How did I do it? I put it this way on my other card. So up to you. of course, but just wanted to show you all that. But I am going to add the greeting first. So what I did, I took the ribbon and did that. Oh, no, I did the bow. Yeah, I tied a bow. So I've just been copying this from other Stampin' Up! Demonstrators who do this all the time. You make a bow. It's like another way to sort of do the folding the ribbon back and forth behind an image. But instead you use a bow. I do not know why I keep putting these scissors away. I'm in the middle of making stuff. And the bow will get attached down to your paper, and then the other image or greeting goes on top of it. So it's just a thing people are doing now. And I think it looks cute, so I'm copying it. Or I'm inspired by it, or whatever you want to call it. Marcia says, oh no, fussy cutting. I know, but it's only 3 cards, Marcia. 3 little cards. Or if you could come in person, you might be able to get me, Landa, or Shirley to help you out if you could come over, because I know you're local. Come over to DeSoto. Where's my dimensionals? Have I used? Oh, maybe. Yeah. I didn't use them on the first card, so they weren't out yet. Okay, so I'm going to place dimensionals on either side of this greeting because we have that big bow in the middle. If your ribbon's really thick when you do this, you want to stack the dimensionals on top of each other, make it even taller. There's that. And then some dimensionals on my poinsettias. I'll do about 4 there. Make sure it does not go past the top of my card. And then last but not least, on this one, we'll add some gold metallic, brush metallic adhesive dots, etc. And I'm going to do a large dot up at the top and 2 small dots down below. Oh, there's a lot less space on this card at the bottom. It looks fine, but I'll show you my original card. You know how when you do multiple cards, the spacing comes out different. So here's the one I just made. Here's my first one. The greeting is up a lot higher. Either one's fine. There we go, card number 2. All right. And we're going to make one more card here, my favorite. So card number 3. This one is kind of detailed. We have our basic white card base. Let me get that out of the way. Landscape. Now my packet is really thick because I pre-did some stuff and I just didn't want to lose it. So let me start from the bottom up. So you're going to have a 4 by 5 1/4. I mean, sorry, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 evening evergreen, which we are going to die cut some stuff out of. You will cut your designer paper. This is the large poinsettias piece to 4 by 5 1/4. Then you'll cut this piece of designer paper, which is on one side, it's like greens, sort of soft succulent and evening evergreen, super watercolory distressed with really light stripes going through it, some splatter, all kinds of stuff. So you'll have that. That's going to be 2 inches by 5 1/4 that you'll cut to go across. And I did make the stripes going across. We are going to die cut for you from your distressed gold, that label piece, that large label with the leaves in it. So you might have some little pieces that fell out, or they fall out after we package it up. We'll have a piece of evening evergreen die cut to go behind those leaves, just like the other card I made. The small white label. Is it two? Yes. 2 scraps of basic white cardstock that we're going to stamp on. This is for a different card. Never mind. Not that. We're going to pre-punch for you a gold glimmer. It's from the 12 by 12 glimmer paper. I'll show you that real quick. It comes with vanilla, evening evergreen, and gold. Is it called glimmer? Yes, 12 by 12 glimmer specialty paper. It's in the holiday catalog. We're going to pre-punch for you one little sprig here. Can't get my stuff to stack back. From this punch here, which I think is called the bow punch. I think it punches actually 2 different images. We're using the larger sprig with 6 leaves on it. And that's in the gold glimmer. And then you'll have this another strip for 3 more cherry. I keep calling them cherries. Berries, just like the other one I stamped. So they'll be stamped like that. After you stamp them, of course. We will not stamp them for you. Okay, so that's all the pieces that should be in your packet. You cut the designer paper. Don't forget that. We will cut this piece because it requires a die. We don't know if you own it. And first of all, for the stamping, these 2 white pieces are for leaves that we're going to stamp. So I've already pre-done this, but I'm going to show you how to stamp these leaves. I'm using 2 different colors on this one, but you could use one color and stamp off for that lighter version. But we're just going to use soft succulent for our light. This is the larger leaf, I believe. Yes. And evening evergreen for the dark. And then it's the same exact process for the smaller leaf. So on this one, I actually did not test. I'll test this right now on camera just to see. I stamped the lighter one first. I'll see if it seems easier to go dark first. It's not right or wrong. It's what gives you the best result, right? Ink fully, tap, 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 silicone craft, foam mat, Stampin' Pierce mat if you don't have a firm table like me. I think this might be easier. That was easier for me to align. So this would be number 1, the detail one, and the not detail one would be number 2. I should have a Sharpie over here. At least for my recommendation. 1 for evergreen, and then number 2 for succulent. But it's whatever works best for you. So you'll stamp 3 because you're making 3 of each card. 3 large, 3 small, 3 large, 3 small. You will die cut them out. And on each card, you need 1 large and 1 small. Make sense? Yes. Perfect. Thank you, Marcia. She says, let's give Jennifer a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Okay, so hopefully all that makes sense. These are my samples actually for the class packet. The tubs. So they can have reference. Luckily, I pre-die cut, I guess, everything for you guys today. Woo! Okay, so let's put this gorgeous card together. Now, this is the one I did the ribbon another way, which you could do on the last card as well. So I just don't want to forget it. Okay, so first I'm going to attach all these pieces together. My designer paper strip, the 2-inch strip, to the 4 by 5 1/4 designer paper right down the center. Landscape, remember. And then that designer paper, the big piece, to the 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 evening evergreen. Check Facebook. Good morning, G-Ann. Hey, Eleanor, thank you very much. Deb likes the bow behind the greeting. Thank you, and thanks for your nice compliment there, Deb. I've been seeing people do that bow behind the greeting for, I don't know how long, but a long time, and I finally was like, I should try that. Okay, so there is all of that. Let me go ahead and add, I'm going to very carefully take out these excess pieces from my die cut gold label. And toothpick might help on that tiny one. And then grab my silicone craft sheet here, and I'm going to do the leaves first. Real gentle here because this paper is more delicate than your cardstock. See, if you pull it. And then remember, it's going to be easier to align this from the back. It's easier to see that it's not hanging over the edges. At least for me, it is. And then, so this one, the leaves, I'm basically centering this label. And these 2 stamped leaves in this case, it's similar to the first card, just in how we're laying it out. But these are stamped and they're getting tucked more deeply. So I don't want to glue this label down first. I want to use it as a measurement guide. So I did the leaves, the big one on top going to the right, the smaller one in the back going to the left. So I'm going to attach those 2 together. And I will be able to like shift them if I want to with this adhesive. So I'm going to see kind of where I want them. I don't want them going off the top of my page or off the right side. And then this little sprig, this glimmer sprig that will be pre-cut, is to the left of these leaves as well. I mean, I didn't really say that right, but it's on these leaves and it's poking out on the left side. I just kind of added some adhesive to that and stuck it there. So I think that's good positioning. Let me pull this whole thing off and put some adhesive on the back. Yeah, that should be good enough. Now I can glue down my gold. I didn't stamp my greeting yet. I just realized that, but that's fine. Was not necessary, wasn't urgent to be done before. Make sure I add adhesive on this evening evergreen piece as well. Okay, so this will get attached basically in the center here. Center of the card, center of the designer paper, overlapping that little leaf thing we made. This card is going to say Christmas Wishes in evening evergreen. But again, it's on the little label versus the big label on the first card. Basic white label. Yes. And then The ribbon, yeah, and I'm going to add some gems, but besides that, just the ribbon is what I need to add here. Okay, so for this ribbon, I did the back and forth thing. You know, y'all know what I mean? Fold it over. And I was getting ready to stick it to this piece, and I decided, I don't know why I decided, but for some reason I had it in my hand and I was ready, and I was like, why don't just stick it down to the card and then put the greeting on top? So that's what I did. So I put some adhesive right there in the middle of this gold, distress gold. And that allowed me to lay this ribbon out directly on the card and stick it to the adhesive that's on there and make a really cute shape, basically. I don't know what you call the shape, but it's almost the bow thing without it being a bow. And since the middle is going to be covered anyway, it's basically the same thing. So it's kind of like I'm showing you two ways to do the same thing, but there's not the big knot in the middle. Now, I will say right here, it's not sticking because it's on top of the other ribbon. So I'll just add a little more adhesive on the ribbon there. And then I'll trim it. So I hope that makes sense. You could stick it to the designer paper. I mean, to the greeting instead. You could make a bow. You could do whatever you want. But that's just what I did. And then Stampin' Dimensionals. Lost the little berries. I'm sure they're here. I'll look for those after I put this greeting on, I guess. Now I'm looking for the dimensionals. Okay. So on this case, I will put a dimensional in the middle because I want to secure that ribbon down even better. So 3 dimensionals there. Right across. Looks pretty cool, huh? And then I just need the berries. Where did I put them? I may have to go die cut one because see if y'all are commenting that you see it on the screen. I'm thinking it's stuck to something maybe. Or I definitely could have just pulled it off and set it somewhere. Okay, I think I have to die cut this. I'm still looking. I'm going to snip this apart like I always recommend you do. Okay, I give up. So I'm going to come over here and just die cut it behind me just to save time. I did check the floor also. It's not there. Whatever. Here it is. Here's the one that I just die cut. Okay, so for the berries, I did use dimensionals. This card's different from the first one where I did not use them on the berries. I just put 1, but you can put as many as you like. And the berries are going to go down there kind of in the same place where the, what do you call it? At the bottom of the leaves, but this time they'll overlap that greeting a little bit. And then let's add some dots. This is the color. I'm not really sure what Stampin' Up's calling this color, but it's not gold and it's not copper. I guess it's bronze. We're going to use the bronze dots on this one. And even though this is gold, I think it looks really good together. So just 3, 1 large, 2 small over there on the right in that blank spot. And that is the last card I'm going to make today. There are 4 cards in the class, but that's my favorite one. So shiny, sparkly, etc. Thank you, Eleanor. She likes the way I put the ribbon on this one. Thank you, thank you. Let me grab my original. The ribbon is kind of a little bit more of an X, but that one I really just threw on and it fell how it did immediately and I didn't adjust it. So that was just luck, in other words. I think that one could be definitely considered a traditional type Christmas card. So here are the 3 cards from today. They are part of my Stamp-A-Stack class or club, which you can register for. Let's get a sneak peek of card number 4. Huh? So gorgeous. Lots of distressed gold on there. And these are the cards that you can win today by commenting on the video. You can also win by sharing the video and commenting that you shared over on YouTube. I also, oh my gosh, y'all, this is crazy. I just found the berries. So this camera here is my cell phone. On top of my cell phone are these berries. I wonder if that was shown in the video where it flicked up. They were sitting on top of my cell phone. Okay, anyway, what was I saying? You can, I don't know if I was talking about the class, but the class is, you can sign up for Stamp-A-Stack class, 12 cards, $30 free with a, not free, includes over $20 in merchandise. Sign up by October 9th for the class or to join the club. In the club, after 6 consecutive months, you get what do you call it? You get $25 in free merchandise of your choice. I was trying to put these side by side so you could kind of see how the ribbons do look different. I think it pops out a little more on this one. And then let me see on my original. Maybe it pops out less on this one. It's probably been flattened from me stacking them. So it's a very similar effect. This one might be easier, just quicker and easier than tying a bow, right? So there you go. Something to think about there. Anyway, don't forget about the recipe cards over on the Facebook, on the blog, which is stamptherapist.com. That's also where you'll find my tutorial store. Don't forget, now's the best time to join my team. It's only $99 for $155 in merch of your choice. Of course, if you guys have any questions, I love how Marcia said on the floor. When I was die cutting it, I looked over and I was like, you forgot to check the floor. To myself, I said that, but it wasn't on the floor. Thank you, Marcia. Anyway, you can get these recipe cards over on the blog at 11 a.m. So in a few minutes. Jumping berries, exactly. I can't believe they went all the way up there, and I don't even know how they did that. Ooh, Deb says these are putting you in the Christmas spirit. Yes. By the way, I always forget to address that, but why we're doing Christmas cards so early is to be prepared, right? Because in a minute, it's already October, 6th? In a minute, it's going to be Christmas. And we're not going to have our cards made. So sign up for my class. You'll get 12 right there. I'm having, are we doing Christmas cards next month? Yes, we're doing Christmas cards next month, Stamp-A-Stack as well, with, I believe, the Christmas, like the Lights Aglow suite. But anyway, that's another class. And then, of course, you'll see all kinds of other ideas between now and then. I'm hoping to get another Christmas class out. It's in the works, but it just hasn't been designed. Eleanor says it's easier and better because you don't have to deal with the knot. Exactly. And it was really pretty much accident that I did that. But I think when you glue it to the base of the card, it's a little bit, this might just be in my brain, easier to form that shape that resembles a bow. So anyway, glad y'all like that. Debbie, thank you. Pat, thank you. Meredith, thank you. Thanks, Nancy and Janet. Lovely and elegant, just your style. Love it. Thanks, Stacy. Thank you, Jackie. Thanks, Donna. Thank you, guys. Thanks to everybody. I hope y'all have a great day and a great week. I should be back live next week. And then the week after that is retreat. So I will figure out what I'm going to do that week. I don't know yet. I may not be live. It's in person and to go retreat next week. So any questions on anything, let me know. Just a reminder, this is a stamp stack. There's a fourth card. Just a little sneaky right there. And I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you later. Bye.